Hello. Today I like to explain something regarding the test point settings. As ever, we start with the main screen and I programmed 5 test points. If I go to this operating button, then the configuration screen for the test points appears. You see, I programmed 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. My first test point is 20 centigrade, my last test point is 60 centigrade. In the graph, I see the different points. So, start temperature, end temperature, first test point, last test point. And then here I have an information regarding the behavior at the end of test. I programmed a safe temperature value of 30 centigrade. That means if my test task is over, we start at 20 and at 60. That means if the test is done at 60 centigrade and my test task is over, the calibrator goes down, decreases the temperature down to 30 centigrade. I go here, I see behavior at the end of test. It's the safe temperature value, and the amount of the safe temperature value is programmed with 30. I can change this, for example, to 33. I can confirm, and then back to the configuration screen of the test point. I see at the end of the test the safe temperature value is 33 centigrade. This is one possibility. If I go also here, I can program and I can make different settings for the behavior at the end of test. I have a selection list. The safe temperature, the first test point, the last test point, and control off. If you remember, the first test point is 20 centigrade. I select these, confirm this, and now I see here behavior at end of test is first test point. My first test point is 20 centigrade. So that means if I start the test task, we make a test at 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Then we come to the end of test at 60 centigrade. And at the end of the test, the calibrator goes down to my first test point, and my first test point is 20 centigrade. Next possibility. I go here, operate these, I go to last test point. As you remember, my last test point is 60 centigrade. I can confirm, and then I see again here behavior at the end of test. Last test point, my first is 20, 30, 40, 50, and my last test point is 60 centigrade. That means if my test task is running, it comes to the end of 60 centigrade, my test is over, so the calibrator will stay stable at the last test point, that means at 60 centigrade. Next setting, control off. I select these, confirm these, confirm. I see again, end of test, control off. That means if my test is running and if my test task is over, if I reach 60 centigrade, then at the end of the test, the calibrator will switch off the control. So that means the temperature from 60 centigrade will decrease to room temperature because the control function is switched off. So different possibilities to make settings regarding the end of test behavior by this operating button. Confirm this, and then I'm back in my main screen.